It's been quite a long time since I've made a video. Um, yeah, a lot has happened, to say the least. So I can't remember when my last one was, but I'm still in the van, as you can see. I got a job at that company that I was trying to get into a while back, and it's done a lot of good financially, specifically for me, and I've learned a lot as well. But yeah, no, I've gotten out of a few $1,000s of debt. I've been able to save so far about $2,500. That's going towards my wedding, which is another new thing that I think happened since my last video. Yeah, we got engaged, and Ryan and I, it was amazing. It happened actually on the second try. It's not that she said no on the first time, but she actually didn't know that she was going to be engaged or proposed to at the time. So that's a long story, but happened at our church with a bunch of friends that were there, and it was really cool, and it was just nice to have them around. And I played her a song, our song, that has been there in like every different step of the way throughout our relationship. It's called Candlelight by Paul Cook and the Chronicles. So essentially the idea was that we'd like sneak into the church and play piano, and I'd ask her after that. But the first try, the sneaking in try, didn't work so well because of sound that was made by people and stuff. So we ended up running out, got spooked and ran out, and tried again the next week, and in a different way. For example, or this is how it went. So like we went into the church, and our pastor Simon was going to be having like a meeting with the like leaders of the crew after like a Bible study. And so the church it's this beautiful building. It's like it was made in like finished in like 1908 or something like that, and this super tall building that's been renovated and by the church that we rent it from, and it's like gorgeous. It's kind of like hip, and it's gray on the outside, these beautiful red doors, and there's walls of these coffee mugs and everything, and it's just really pretty. And the floors are all redone and stuff. And there's all these different chairs that are like random chairs you'd find off of like Craigslist and like thrown into one room, and so it's kind of very eclectic. There's a piano, like a baby grand, that's up in the front, and what we were gonna do is he was gonna be having that meeting, and we go in and be like, oh hey guys, we're just gonna sit here and just like play a bit, just for fun, and we would, and I'd like find a candle in the back room, like pretend I had found it, but I actually had placed it there with a lighter earlier in the day, but I like rummaged around there to make it sound like I was looking for one, and then bring it out, light that, and we'd play stuff, and we'd just kind of like make stuff up for a while, and then I'd be like, hey, how about I'll play some stuff, and then like see if you can guess like what I'm playing, and then you can do the same, and so we played for a long time, like just regular music, like making stuff up, and it was beautiful. There's like so much beautiful music that came out of that from both of us. It was really cool. And then after like quite a while, keep in mind, this whole time our friends are up in that room with Simon pretending to be in this meeting, so they're just like waiting there for like the proposal to happen. And so I played some stuff, and I played some of our favorite songs from like other musicians in that time, and then I started playing the candlelight, and the candle's going, you know, and the piano's open, and she started singing along, and it was really cool. And at first she didn't get what the song was, and then she like got it, you know. She's like, oh, I know this song. And then I finished, and I was like, you know, I said some stuff, and then I was like, I can't wait any longer. And then I reached inside of the piano, and in the piano I had put this ring for her. Yeah, and she didn't know what was until that point. She didn't really know what was going on, so it was pretty good surprise. She's like, oh my gosh. And then our friends were up in that room, and I like, you know, I was hugging her, and I like leaned back, and I'm like, all right guys, you can come out. There ended up being like 20 people in that room up there. It looked like there was like 4 or something, and ended up being like, because it was like the bell tower is in that room, and there's another, it's like a meeting room underneath it, and it's like up around this balcony area. There's a little room, and so they flood out of there and like hugging us, and it was so cool. Yeah. So that's coming up soon. That's coming up really soon. We decided to, you know, not wait too long, and now it's like 2.5 months off, or a little bit more than that. Like, it's October 7th, so it's coming up. We got the venue, we got photographer, she's got a dress. I'm gonna get the honeymoon spots tonight. We're going to Costa Rica. We found one place that's in a chocolate forest. It's like a tree house in a chocolate forest. It's like a working chocolate forest, so I'm excited about that. And then there's another spot that's like this beautiful, colorful place that has like hanging chairs and like hammocks, and the center part of the building is like open to the sky, and all the rooms like connect to that, and they're all open. So it looks so pretty, and there's like a bunch of like plants and stuff in it. And I heard from a guy from work that it's like Costa Rica was like his favorite place in the world, and he's traveled everywhere. So I'm excited about that. What else? Man, yeah, the work's been all right. It's been okay. It hasn't been amazing, but I think that's partly because of like my mind. It's not necessarily that it's like not a good thing. It's just I need to look at it a little bit different way, because it's not a bad place. I mean, people say it's like a place you work to kind of retire, you know, but yeah. So other than that, I've been like coding quite a bit. I started a different project. It's kind of a learning thing. I think I might talk about it soon. I really am interested in it quite a bit. Yeah, still living here. Let's see. I play a lot more harmonica now, and I've gotten like, it's cool. My ear's gotten good enough such that if I hear a song, I can replicate that like first or second try without even like really, I got some glare in there, whatever. Without even like really thinking about it, it's like it just like comes out, and it's like a natural thing versus me having to like think about which notes are where and like fumble through it a little bit. But it's like it'll just come out, and it's so weird, and I really like that. But I wrote my like first song the other day, and I have to record the whole thing. But I wrote my first harmonica song, and it's just like me singing, and then like I play some stuff and repeat that over and over again. That's really cool. But Raya, she lives out in Prineville right now, and she's training to be a raft and a rock climbing guide, and she's telling me all about all of her adventures as she's doing this, and it sounds really exciting. Like she went through this wilderness first responder training at the start that was like really intense. Like they it sounded like they like at one point they like mocked an airplane crash, and she had to like lead a group of people to help the people that were in this fake airplane crash, and there's like an actual airplane there, like a, you know, and at the moment that it happened, she would tell a story about it because she was there, of course, that apparently they were coming over this hill and there's like lightning and it's raining actually during this fake scenario, and so it made for like a crazy realistic experience. And she had to like go through this, people like blood squirting out of them. It's like this, they're like legit about what they do, so it's pretty crazy. But that was the training, and now she's into like the guiding, the rafting and stuff, and rock climbing with you know, underprivileged kids, like Napa Auto Parts guys. I think that's who it was. I think it was Napa. And like people that struggle with alcohol abuse and like crime and like and stuff. And so right now she's with some kids. She sent me a video last night. A bunch of these boys that are like that have like struggled with stuff, and one of them, she said, is like facing a lot of years in prison, like a lot of time, and was able to come on this trip, but it has a case next week or something. And so yeah, we're kind of praying for that. Yeah, there's just so much going on in life. It's really cool. It's really exciting, and I could talk forever, and I'll probably keep unfolding as I go. But I've been walking in the mornings, and it's before work right now, and I've just kind of been walking in the mornings and reading, or just like thinking and praying, and just like, it's so nice to see the yellow from the sun, like the sunrise on the trees and the buildings. And it's cool when it's quiet and no one's driving around, and it's just nice to be awake before the rest of the city is, you know. It's like the best time of the day. It's my favorite. And I've also been taking some pictures, so maybe I'll put those somewhere that you guys can see or whatever. Yeah. So life is amazing right now, and it's always amazing. But I'm really feeling really good right now, and I've been climbing and reading a lot, and I'm reading 1984 right now. So naturally, I'm like feeling extra subversive at this moment. But by the way, if you haven't read 1984 by George Orwell, definitely do. I'm like maybe 3/4 of the way through, and it's just like amazing. You have to read it. It's like those classics, and one of those classics in high school that you're like, wow, this is actually worth my time. They probably all are worth your time, but right now, I've never read it before, so it's a good time for me to read it now versus then. But yeah, so I'll keep sharing more later. But